So hey guys, how are you doing? It's Ciarain here from Leapfrog Fight TV, as always, and joining me is the fantastic Ellie Harber for episode 6 of Between the Rounds. Very excited to have you on, Ellie.
I really appreciate you having me on.
Oh, no worries, no worries. You're a massive prospect in the UK scene and in the world scene, with over 25 titles to your name.
Yeah.
You know, I was reading through the list of all the titles she has and I started losing count, so yeah, it's amazing to have you on. You're just turned 18.
Yeah.
Huge prospect, as I said, in the UK scene. So, look, gonna get to it. Why and where did it all start?
So it's not. I don't think you'd really expect it now, but when I was younger, a lot of anger issues.
Yeah.
So suffered from anger issues, winding up mum and dad a lot. Put a hole in my nan and granddad's wall. So I think that still might be there to this day, which I think is quite cool. But yeah, I think mum and dad were just like, we need something to put her into. So there was Lions around the corner.
Yes.
I went, so I actually started off with past martial arts, doing like weapons and things like that, and honestly I loved it and just wanted to keep going back. It gave me something to do. And then they started doing kickboxing, Muay Thai. Had a go at it, wasn't very good. I'm not really like naturally talented, I've had to work for it. But honestly, it was like the best thing that I've ever done. I was so in love with it, and I think it's just helped me throughout everything, to be honest.
But you said a very good point there about saying that you weren't naturally good at it, but it doesn't matter if you are or not, it's how much you put into the game, the graft, and how much you're turning up. And from what I see as well, and I think everyone else can see through your fights now, that you turn up in training a lot, you're very active in training, you're very active on your socials as well. And so it's good to see a very young and hungry person putting in the graft and showing it in the ring, do you know what I mean, with all them achievements.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely something that I just know, if I didn't have it, I'd be a different person, struggling, I think.
What would you reckon would have been another sport you might have liked to pick other than Muay Thai?
So when I was younger, I did do rugby, I did do gymnastics. Both loved them. My mum was doing gymnastics and my granddad played rugby.
Nice.
So
Good.
had them two sports as well, but I just think with Muay Thai it's different.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be like everyone else.
No,
I like being different. Like it's just something else, and it's just like the adrenaline, the build up. Like fight camp full of sweat, blood, tears, but I love it.
Yeah.
So.
And it's that feel like you mentioned about fight camp, and if you've got other teammates in fight camp, you know, and you train with a lot of big names, you know, down at the Knowlesy Academy,
Yeah.
and you know, so you're around a lot of hungry people that are wanting to win some big belts and big titles. So I suppose you can't ever slip up with that focus when you're in training.
No, definitely not. There's definitely like a lot of big people. Like I've got Haggerty in the gym. You've got Liam Nolan, Lyndon Knowles, just Chanel Dyer. They're always around me. And it's like, yeah, I want to be like them. I'm as driven as them. Now I've just got to prove it.
Ah, well, look, the only person you have to prove all that to is yourself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you have that, and you know that, and it's a big gift to have that knowledge at such a young age.
Yeah.
You know, like, because that is logistically or in black and white kind of explanation is you have to put it in, and you have to be surrounded by the best version of who you want around you.
Yeah, 100%.
Nah, that's awesome. I love that, Ellie. So now that we've understood why you got into it and where you do it, who is your first inspirational character?
So it's not in fighting at all. I'd definitely say my granddad's playing rugby for Wasps, coaching ladies rugby. Just he was always so driven, and just kind of looking up to him and seeing him like that. It's like, yeah, that's something I kind of want to bring up. And even my mum and dad, both of them are really driven, so it kind of inspires me to kind of have that same mentality.
Yeah. And it's nice because they push you and support you.
Yeah.
And even on the high days and even on the low days, you still have that push and motivation to be like, nah, it's okay, it doesn't matter. Next step, next fight.
Yeah, definitely. And they're always supporting me. So I've always got them there.
I see your granddad played for Wasps.
Yeah.
Wow, so you could have went down the rugby career, you know. Oh, well, look, thankfully you're in the Muay Thai career because now we can do this today.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome, so styles make fights. I like your style, you're very sharp, you know, you're very good at being on the outside, but likewise you're very good at working your way in with your footwork. Who is the motivation for your style? Who decided what was the nicest style for you to do? What attracted you?
I wouldn't really say there's anyone who built my style. I think where I've gone and I've learnt from so many different people. I've learnt from like Nam Noi at Sing Batong. I trained at Fairtex. I've trained at Lions, then with Lyndon and Chris. Like, just going and training different places, like up in Leeds and with John Pop and Lisa and Richard. Just I see things, I'm like, yeah, I want to bring that in and just kind of implement. And I think it's just kind of naturally built on itself, and just every time I pick something else up, it's like, yeah, and I start using that and I see it works, and I think that's...
Like you apply 1% from everywhere that you've trained, and you taking the best bits that you like and trying to match them together and mould them.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
I think.
And whose style out there, any fighter, would you say attracts you the most, or two fighters would attract you the most with their style?
I'd say Iman Barlow. She's very, I like her style, just the way she moves. It's really cool to watch, and I quite like to try things like that. Might be a bit biased because I'm from Knowsley, but Jonathan Haggerty, the way he uses teeps and then his range, just I think that's pretty cool. Yeah,
well, that's a solid two selections, to be honest. Both of them are very good at being the aggressor, but also very good counter shot fighters too. Like, obviously John's had a spike in MMA gloves, we see him in boxing gloves. Good style of technique, moving around the outside and counter shot. That's beautiful. That's a really good answer. I like them two styles as well myself personally. Really good styles. Awesome. So I'm on the wrong page. Just gonna edit that out, Right. So obviously you did touch base on about your training and, you know, putting in the work to get the best results, but what does it take to get the best results? Like, how many sessions do you have to do a day or a week, or what kind of sessions do you have to do to mix it up around your Muay Thai to get the best results in the ring?
Yeah, so for me, I train 6 days a week. I try to train twice a day, but I'm in college as well, so trying to get everything is quite hard sometimes. But putting in that strength conditioning, especially as I'm going into the adults, I think having that strength conditioning is just going to help me build up that force and power to kind of equal and go above. Pads, like, definitely a bit of cardio. Running's so important. I don't like running, I hate it. I absolutely hate it. It's the last thing I want to do, but I know you need to do it. And then sparring, so you can put everything you learn outside into practice, I think, just gives you, and I think I travel to spar as well. So going and spar in different places, I get to spar with people with different styles. So that really helps me in my training, so I can adapt and then change. Nah,
that's awesome. That's awesome. And around all your college work, you're still fitting in all this training.
Yeah.
You know, so when you hear people that say, oh, I don't have time to put into the sport, or I don't have time to make myself a better fighter, it's more just you're lazy.
Yeah.
You know, you're not choosing to put that, not first, but you're not choosing to work around it.
Yeah.
If you don't mind me asking, what you studying in college?
Criminal and forensic psychology.
Wow, you don't want to mess with Eddie, mate. Not in the ring or out in the streets, huh?
Yeah.
Nah, that's awesome. That's I don't hear that very often, you know.
No, it's not very common. It's full on, but it's something I really enjoy. So.
Wow. Fuck yeah, it's cool. That's cool. So, you've got many accomplishments. Obviously, as I introduced at the start, you've got over 25 titles to your name.
Yeah.
Could you explain your top 3 titles out of all of them? What were the ones that you'd...
So definitely my WBC Under-18s European.
Big title.
Yeah, that is huge. It's definitely to accomplish that. Kind of, I know it's an Under-18s, but as a junior, it's what you want to work up to. So that definitely was really big. I think my Amateur Kings World title, fought a Dutch girl for that. I just lost my granddad that year, so it was a big year. And then just to go in the ring and be like, no, I need this and I want it. That was a really big fight for me. And last year, the WBC World Championships in Venice, fought one of the top Thai girls, Kwon Kao. That was a huge win. I'd just previously lost the WBC Under-18s world title, so about 2 weeks before that. So it was like, I was down, didn't want to train, didn't want to fight. I was like, no, I can't do this. But I didn't let that get to me and went back and beat someone who's like at the top in Thailand.
Fuck, that's mega. Well done. Yeah. That's really cool, man. If that ain't motivation for you to come back, I mean, I don't know what is, because I feel like when especially when fighters lose fights, there's like this big umbrella of depression over it. You know,
Yeah.
everyone says, "Oh, I'm so sorry you lost." And you know, this is my views about it, but I feel like if someone loses, you don't look at them and say and sympathise. You go, "Look, we understand you've lost. How can we work to get better?" Like if they're serious about it, you have to think of it like business. Right, we need to fix up on the gaps. It's not a bad thing. You've just learned a lot of lessons.
Yeah.
And like what you said there, you know, you were down in the dumps, but look what happened. You just turned it round. You came back, you scrapped, and you ended up beating one of the top Thais in the world.
Yeah, definitely. I think people who are like, "Oh, I'm sorry you lost," and kind of like slow and sad about it, it's like that's me at the moment, but I need you to help me kind of come back and be like, "But you've done this good, you've done this good, you've done this good. Now we just need to work on this." And that's what I think Chris and Lyndon are really good at. Like they'll point out all the things I need to learn, but as well they'll still find them good things.
Yeah.
Which I think kind of in my mindset, it's like, yeah, I've still done that. So
Yeah. Oh yeah, bang it. A big shout out to Chris and Lyndon.
yeah.
Keeping her on her toes. Excuse me. So, being such an inspiration to many, you know, you are, you know, I mean, let's face it, you know, you are 4-1 in the adults record now. So, I mean, you're coming up nicely with that. Fighting A-class as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're in the deep end now. But as a very active, accomplished young fighter, what would be your advice to young, curious men and women that want to get involved and maybe feel like they do have a lot on their plate or maybe feel like they can't do it? What would be your advice for them?
Just keep going. Like, there's going to be times where it's really tough. Don't let that get to you, to be honest, because it's not all going to be easy. Life's not easy, you know. So you've just got to keep getting at it, keep trying, and you'll get there. Just practice, practice, practice. Just keep going.
Yeah, and hit up a gym. Hit up any gym. They're not intimidating places. You know what I mean?
No. Especially as a woman, I know sometimes you go in like, and they'll be like, it's all men. That it doesn't matter. I basically just train with men.
Yeah.
There's a few women, but they're not always in. Sometimes I'll go into sparring and I'm the only female. But it doesn't matter, like, they're all still there to support and help you.
Yeah.
So don't be scared.
No, that's brilliant advice. So, what's next for Ellie? When's the next fight? Can you inform everyone what's coming and what is to come this year if you have any news for us?
Yep, so next Saturday I fly to Thailand for the WBC World Championships. So in the under 57 kilos B class. So looking to get that gold there. Got the gold so far in Venice, so I want to keep that streak going. And I think I just want to be as active as possible.
Yeah.
To be honest, anyone between 55, 57 kilos, like,
Let's have it.
Yeah, let's do this. I want to just get through them rankings and be that number one.
Nice. So you've got your eyes on number one in the UK especially.
100%.
The UK rankings are very built up of a lot of strong fighters, aren't they?
Yeah.
You know, so I feel like, I've said it I think in other interviews before, but in the world rankings of countries it would be like Thailand be number one, but I think the UK is creeping behind them very hard at number two.
Yeah, absolutely,
you know?
It's rising.
Because some of the best fighters are coming out of this country.
Yeah.
And Ireland.
Well, yeah.
But of course, like, massive ambitions, and I feel like your work rate, and as long as you stay focused and stay visioned in that, it will come to play.
Yeah.
Like, you've achieved so much, you know what I mean? All right, well, I mean, Eddie, it was a short and nice, quick interview, you know what I mean? I mean, but you hit every point, you know what I mean? We found out a lot about you, and I find it very interesting how much you do your college work and what you're doing, especially while maintaining all these fights, these performances, and turning up, you know what I mean? Because the hardest thing about being a fighter is turning up.
Yeah.
And that's what you do.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. Well, I mean, Ellie, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Anytime. And I look forward to maybe doing another one in a year or so's time when you have 25 more titles to
Definitely.
Because I've no doubt you're going to win them, you know.
100%, that's what I'm here to do.
Wow. Well, look, everyone, there you have it. Make sure you hit her up on socials, on YouTube. Check out her fights, Ellie Harber. And enjoy the show. She's a fantastic fighter, massive prodigy. When I say prodigy, she's been doing this a long time and she has a lot to her name. But this is only the start of her adult career, and I think this is where you're going to really see the strong aggression of Ellie Harber come out.
Yeah, definitely. I'm coming coming for it all now.
I love that. I love that. Well, Ellie, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I look forward to seeing you back in the ring very soon.
Yeah, definitely.
But hopefully back here in the UK soon, yeah? You can do a bit of Thailand and come back, yeah? So I want to see you here.
Definitely.
Thank you so much, my darling.
Available on Android and Apple devices. Download the Leapfrog Fight TV app and enjoy a whole host of shows as part of your membership.